Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. Now, Lisa, let's talk about these beautiful roses. And I was just saying, they're not exactly the most fragrant, but they're still so pretty.
This is a shrub rose from Bailey Nurseries up in Minnesota, and it is called Cashmere.
Oh.
And it's a little bit fragrant, but it's on its own roots, so it is not like the old-fashioned roses that needed all kinds of protection in the wintertime. So they sort of die back to the ground like perennials and then come back up. But this one is really pretty and looks a little bit like a hybrid tea.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Definitely would be beautiful in your yard this time of year, too.
Absolutely.
All right, we have Diane from Belleville. Question about rhubarb. Diane, what's your question?
Nice, and then all of a sudden it just started turning yellow and dying back.
So we missed the first part of it, Diane. So your rhubarb was doing really well, and now it's sort of dying back and turning yellow?
Right.
I wonder if it might have been a little bit of the heat this spring, or you might want to put a little bit of fertilizer on it. And you can just do sort of a broad spectrum organic fertilizer that you can just sort of broadcast on the soil. Try that and see if that helps.
Okay, should it keep coming back, though? It doesn't have an insect or something.
An insect wouldn't turn your leaves yellow. That's usually something like you're missing some nutrients from the fertilizer, or it's a watering issue.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks, Dan. Now we have Leonore from Dodgeville on what to do with begonias. Leonore, what's your question for us?
I've got 2 begonia plants, and I was wondering how to keep them alive, or is it just something that they're going to die and there's nothing to do with them?
Well, flowering begonias are super popular. So are the ones that are more grown for their foliage. And what they do best in is an area where if they're outside that they get some morning sun, but shade in the afternoon. And they do like to be on the moist side, but not wet. So let just the top of the soil dry out between waterings, and they should do fine for you during the summer. You do want to take them back in, though, at the end of the season. They won't survive the winter here.
Okay, but you can leave them outside if you want to.
Through the summer, yes.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. Now we have John from Fitchburg asking, if you split daylilies, will they flower this year?
If you split your daylilies now before they're flowering or while they're flowering, they won't flower. So I would wait, John, until after they're done flowering, and then you can go ahead and split them, and they will probably have some flowers next year and then a much better crop the second year after that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks, John. Now we have Marcia from DeForest asking, her fern peony's not blooming.
Oh, well, you know, Marcia, if you've put in a fern leaf peony, it takes about, I'd say, 3 or 4 years before you're going to get a few flowers. This year mine had 8 flowers. It's been in for 9 years. The first 3 or 4 years I had nothing. So if it's newly planted, don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Now we have probably our last question. Sherry from Roanoke, what's your question?
She's got written on there when to transplant creeping phlox. You can do that, Sherry, anytime that it's not flowering. So once it's done, you can go ahead and move it around.
Okay. All right.
Okay.